Hello friends, I'm here at Starbucks and this is where I spend a lot of my time during the day when I'm not out filming videos. A lot of times I will edit the videos here at Starbucks. And if you started following me a couple of years ago, you remember when I did most of my videos at Starbucks. I still hang out here all the time. I just don't do the videos here anymore because they stopped performing well. But here's what I do at Starbucks now. What I do is when I'm creating a new magic trick, I come to Starbucks to work on it just because I don't like being in the house all day. Hi, Nadia, and hi, Betty. I see people coming in the comment section. So I was just about to test out this new magic trick that uses tarot cards. And I figured usually you guys don't get to see this part of the process when something is new. So people like Jeff August from Ohio, hey Jeff, and Christina Marshall, Jason Hansen, you never get to see the part. So I'm going to bring you in and let you know some of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. This is a new trick that I think I've only performed for one person. And a lot of times what I'll do in my process here is, well, I'll perform it just for my web camera, and then I'll go back and watch the video, because if I do it in front of the mirror, I don't catch everything. So it's always good to videotape yourself and see that. Hey, Jason, and hey, Laura. So now we're going to see how this trick looks. It's a card trick, so I'm going to bring the camera down here. And you can see this is not a complete deck of tarot cards. This is only what's called the major arcana or major arcana tarot cards. And there's 21 of them, and I'll show you right now the fronts and backs of every single card. So we have the Hangman, Judgment, there's the World, the Temperance card. We're about through half of them now. There's the Lovers, there's the Hermit, the High Priestess, the Death card, the Star, there's that, and here's the last ones. So there's the front and back of every tarot card. Now what I'm going to do is something that you don't usually do in Magic. Usually you shuffle cards together like this, but now instead of that, I'm going to turn over half the cards, and I'm going to shuffle the cards face up into face down. So let me just push them together like this, and then we'll give them one more shuffle here. We're shuffling face up into face down. So now you can see it's a giant mess. Some are face up, some are face down, and we'll do one more shuffle like that. And now watch again. You can see we've got face up, face down, and now some of the face down ones, they start to form together in the middle. And if I give them one last shuffle, that should really mix things up. Face up into face down. Let's see. See that? It's all mixed together. Face up into face down. It's just a giant mess. Now here's the magic part. Watch. Now if I did that right, all of the cards right now should be turning over one at a time. Every card that's face down should be turning face up. And even though I'm not touching the cards or doing anything fancy, if this works, all the cards will now be face up. Let's see. Look at that. Every single card is now face up. Ah, there we go. I've got another trick, a new trick that I'll show you in a second, but I'm pretty happy with that one. That's a trick that magicians have before done with regular playing cards, but it's kind of new to do it with tarot cards. And I'm trying to do more magic with the tarot cards now, because I think sometimes just when you do so many tricks with cards, it tends to get boring and it all feels the same. But tarot cards, like the trick I'm going to show you in a second, each trick can feel more unique, more special. Christina Marshall says, you are so talented. Thank you, Christina Marshall. And Anne says, people show their ignorance about tarot cards. They are not demonic. That's true, Anne. You know, tarot cards started out just for games. They were really the predecessor of the playing cards that we use now. People would use tarot cards. I've only got the major arcana cards here, but there were cards like the Four of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and people would just have fun with them, play games. But now a lot of people think they're satanic and weird. But I like reclaiming them for more pedestrian purposes. I'm going to show you one more trick in a second with the tarot cards. George Orogi says, you're a hand model. It's very kind. That's good to know that I could have a backup career as a hand model. Let's see. Lance Palmer. Hey, Lance, you're close to home here. Oh, and Magic Vlad is watching. Hey, Magic Vlad, we're trying out new magic. Vlad, you missed the first trick, but you're going to get to see the second trick here. The second trick here, I'm going to use this guy. I'll only use some of the tarot cards. A little skull. And the one thing that you should know before this trick is and I'll only use a couple cards here. In the world of tarot, the death card is different from what we understand death to mean. In the tarot culture, death just represents a change. It does not represent the end of something. And I'd say keep that in mind as I'm doing the trick here. This trick, we're only going to use the 5 tarot cards. We'll use the Emperor card. You can see it there. We're going to use the Star card, and then we're going to use the Empress card, which was actually, this card was modeled after Ellie, my fiance, before she went blonde, and then the Lovers card and the Death card. So we'll do it first with the Lovers, then we'll go to the Empress, then we'll go to the Star, then we'll go to the Emperor, and you should be able to see what happens here. So let's see if you can see all of these, and we'll start the skull there. Now, we move the skull over from the Death card to the Lovers, right? We're going to use the Death card here. And now the skull, I'm going to just turn the skull around a little bit. All right, we'll get this out of the way. And then we take the skull, rub there. And then if this works, this card becomes another Death card. All right? So let's try this again. We'll put the skull in, give it a little rub. And then this side. And then that becomes another Death card. All right. So we'll move that there. And watch again. Rub the skull. Another Death card, and then this last one, the 4 corners, and into the middle, and then if this works, let's see, the Death card also. So those are the 2 new tricks I'm working on. Let's see, what are people saying? Brendan Morris says tarot cards are used to consult with mediums and demonic entities. Yeah, so demons and demonic entities aren't things. That's just a magic trick. But I guess that's why it's sometimes good to use tarot cards, because people have strong thoughts about them. Charles, who shared this video, thank you, says, you a demon? No, Charles, I'm not a demon. I'm trying to think up magic tricks, so I'm just doing a sleight of hand to make it seem like I have special powers. But really I don't. Lance Palmer, yeah, it's just been on wild card. It's wild card. Lance, we could actually do kind of a wild card in reverse with this. So the reverse of this, which was, I think the first way I was thinking of this was to start with 5 Death cards and the skull. Now you guys get to see a magic jam here. So if we were to take this one and we rub the back of the Death card and then rub the front, then it would turn back into the Emperor. Let's go to the next one. You see the back of the card there, rubbed against the skull. And then it goes to the Star. And here's the Death card. Rub this side. I gotta get it right. And rub that side. And it's this one. And then, what do we do when we get down to 2? We rub it there. We rub there. And then we're all set. That was the first version of the trick. I think it's better when the cards turn to how, asks Chelsea Fisher. It's magic. Tyler Watt says, more Trump videos. Yeah, Tyler, I've done, I filmed a couple more with my friend John, who's a Trump impersonator. I'll say those videos are tricky because when we do the videos with the Trump impersonator, you know, John and I, or at least I'm a political moderate, and I really don't know where John stands, but we're trying, even though it's a Trump impersonator, we're not really doing partisan videos. I don't know if you guys have seen me and my friend who impersonates Donald Trump, but we're just having fun with this character. But what I find is people who I'll watch the videos, they have such strong feelings about the president one way or the other that they're not even watching the videos. They just see the presence of a Trump impersonator and they want to either say this is the best thing ever or this is the worst thing ever. And I know that's the nature of Facebook. We look at the headlines of stories. We don't really spend time to look at stuff. But here's what I'll say. If you haven't watched the videos of me and my Trump impersonator friend, whichever one comes out next, take a second to watch it. And I think you'll find you can enjoy it whether you support the president or don't support the president. Let's see. Sean Taz says the Trump videos are so funny. Thank you. Adam Altup says when will it be available at Penguin? Well, yeah, right now we're finishing the designs of these tarot cards. These are all completely original designs by the guy who does the Penguin avatars. And I worked together with him to do these because the old tarot cards, they were just kind of brown and they all looked the same. But these, you can see the designs, each one is very unique. It's beautiful. The Magician card might look like someone you know on this Facebook page. He's got 4 hands there. Gosh, I love the Hermit card. And then also we've taken design elements like the Crab and the Hermit card, and we've put that into other ones. And then there's a couple different tricks I'm working on that will be available. Let's see, Andrew Sutton says, so do you believe in demons? No, Andrew, I do not believe in demons. I don't understand. Let's see, Tim, do you feel special trying out a magician in public? Wow, you're so smart or so insecure. Well, Mel, I don't know if you, let's see, wow, you're smart or insecure. Maybe but sometimes I'm smart, sometimes I'm insecure. Yeah, I think like most people, we have smart moments and we have moments of insecurity. Megan Elizabeth Frost says, do a reading. All right, Megan, let me do a reading for you. I believe you are the type of person who believes in tarot cards and believes in the new age. I don't. Michelle says, are they your own design cards, Rick? Yeah. I mean, I'm not the artist, but I'm working with the artist to design these. And we only have the major Arcana cards. But I just think even though we're not tarot people or magicians, I think these are the best tarot cards I've seen because each one is so distinct and each one tells a story. And, you know, great job with those. Thank you, Adam. Let's see. I believe in ghosts, says James McManus. Wow, James McManus, that's also the name of someone who wrote a very good book about poker called Cowboys Full. The Hermit reminds me of a Hobbit, says Tuesday Mundoff. Yeah, I see that. George says, guys, stop calling you evil. It's okay. People are going to call me evil. What can you say? So anyways, that's the tricks that I'm working on. Maybe some other times I'll go live and I will show you more stuff I'm working on. And I might test this out on a different live page of mine right now just to practice it more because the more you practice, the better you get. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.